dude. But she's a strong, brave girl. She can do it. Do I still know your name? Give me a second. I have it in my head, but I gotta think. Fuck, I'm bad with names. I forgot rhymes. I have it. I know what it is mentally. Fuck, hang on. I'm bad with this shit. You never told me your name, Tenders. Fuck. Fuck. Hang on. Hang on. Fuck. I know it. Hang on. I just need to. Zach. It's not Zach. It's not Zach. I know I'm an idiot, but I'm not this much of an idiot, I hope. Fuck, what was it? Fuck. Dude, I know what it is. So why am I struggling so hard to remember? Fuck. My memory's been bad lately.
Read the chat.
Lord of the Moderator. Starts with an M and it starts with an L and ends with Liam. Fuck. I kept saying Liam in my head. I kept saying Liam in my head. Like I don't know why. I kept saying Liam. I'm like it's something with an L or something like Zium or something. Like I had the idea in my head, but I just could not fucking get it out of my head. Fuck. Hold on. Lord of the Moderator. Tenders, your name is Lord of the Moderator. People that want to take advantage of her. You are her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. I just want what's best for her. She's my little girl. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. But she's your argument. I don't mean to sound that way. It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. Take all the time. You're Australian, aren't you? Grant, George. Hang on, I got this. Hey, Genesis and Frenchy blood. Oh yeah, that's right, you're French. I have so many fucking Australian people who watch my streams all the time. Gabby, Gabriel, Gabe, Gaston, Gaspard, Goston, Geneva, Gabriel. Gabriel's just a. Oh, hi, third person. How are you today? Oh, what the hell? Military personnel stationed along these coasts to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Werewolf representatives pushed the ministry for more accessible sedatives. Dr. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes. Oh, yeah, you wrote in a short story, didn't you? Wait, you did. The day was hot, sunny, and humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in the uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Muraka Harakimo's The Elephant, vanishes while listening to a random playlist to my old pod. Despite the hellish conditions, you could say I was luckier than most because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, laying my back on the side of the seat, safe enough to not follow the bus, but breezy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was on a public bus in Jakarta, so naturally I needed to be wary with my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secured from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times between pages, and that was when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristics to differentiate her from other women. She was like the perfect example of the girl you walk past unseeing on the sidewalk every day. A girl you might glance at for a second, and a few steps later it would be hard to even remember her hair color. Never mind what her eyes, her nose, her mouth looked like. She was standing there, the front door of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching the bacteria-infested hand grip on the ceiling of the bus, although to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach the grip. Anyway, but still, she stood there with the perfect balance of a tree rooted in healthy soil. She stood as if somebody had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus and she somehow fit perfectly without anyone noticing it happening. She was wearing a pair of earphones, weird, just like the headphones were supposed to be, and a slight smile on her face. She was a few moments enjoying the music only she could hear. Her eyes really stayed in one place. They kept wandering around the bus, not too fast like someone anxious, not just so like someone looking at something specific. Maybe she's the one, I thought. As a hopeless romantic, seeing any woman who piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. A story of how I'll approach them, get to know them with this proviso that they just as I imagined them to be. Start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on and so on. Random cuties, that's what I call them. Unicorns among horses. Oof, God, my fucking head. It has to be someone's automatically imagining those stories whenever I happen to cross a random cutie isn't healthy. It puts a toll on my mind and of course my heart. It creates a lot of unhealthy expectations before the opportunities even arise. Oh shit, she looked at me. We made eye contact for a brief flash of a second. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice me staring full speeds, double? I continued staring at my book, but I can't read it properly. My eyes were looking at words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her. She was staring at me, eye contact more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Yes, I should. But what if things go wrong? What's the worst that could happen if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus and moving from the rear to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after we approach, she becomes annoyed and, oh come on, you're overthinking as usual. Nothing bad will happen. Even if she just gets annoyed. Don't dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen. Well, she might scream and say I'm a pervert, and then the whole bus will beat me to death. Oh, and the worst option, what if we introduce ourselves and then it turns out she's not like what I imagined her to be? All the time and energy will be wasted exchanging for years of agony. Oh, for everything will be fine. Don't worry so much. No matter what happens. Fuck, my throat's killing me. We still have to try something first. No, there's still too much at risk. The debate is still raging on inside my head, and that's when it happens. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts long. See, you have to do something. But remember the girl with the violin we saw on the train to Yakatara a few years ago? Isn't Tinder's caramel like caramel onion burger or something? Of course I remember. Exactly. She was just a random person who sat across from you on the train. We don't even remember what month it was, and yet we are still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, the violin case she put in her overhead compartment, her reddish hair and the pixie cut, her Stop it, that was different talking to her. The thought, the noise, dialogue, it won't stop. I was sweating, but not because of the heat, a cold sweat that had to stop. Stop, I screamed internally. Everything stopped and then just, ooh, excuse me. Just in time, my old iPad randomly shuffled. The only moment when we were alone. I cranked up the volume, put my book in my bag, and just breathed. Yes, I might lose the chance to meet the one by doing this, but at least as long as I don't know her, she's perfect. Wouldn't it be better to know them? Because at least if they're not perfect, you at least have a shot. This is getting intense. The story must go on. As far as I expect, she might be listening to explosions in space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Harukami and Final Dreams 13. Is that a Final Fantasy pun? As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be a 100% perfect match for me. That I believe I can't exist if my knowledge of her goes any further than that. When the old saying goes, it's meant to be, it will be. The bus stopped in front of the plaza, Sinyan, my destination. It was time for me to go. I decided to look in her direction. As I left, knowing that if I looked in her direction, it would be the last time I ever saw her. That's too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus and enjoyed the warm sun and breeze and the fresh air, finally out of the mental Schrodinger's box. That's when it happened. I turned my head to the right, and there she was, standing alone. You in the bus. Turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me standing there. After that, she smiled. So if it's meant to be, it will be. It's kind of sad. He's just reading the same story for 10 minutes right now. I was reading the same story for 10 minutes right now. She's a book writer, so she writes stories and stuff, and I like reading them. Some of them are good. I was looking at chat. Screw you. That's pretty dramatic, pretty cool, I think. Yeah, you should read the same story for 10 minutes right now. Lol, I know. I look at chat. I interact with my community. I take offense to that. I take personal offense. Yes. I mean, it would be hard to pull off, but something that'll make the story different. Different. Who nutted? It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. Oh, dude who's into BDSM. Why was that a thing that I was told? Are there any new coffee recipes? Yeah, I want to brew some new coffee. Welcome, Mr. Gala. You're the best streamer, and I know that talks to chat. You're the best streamer I know that talks to chat. I try to. Dude, I don't care how big I am. Talk to chat every day, all day. It's fun. It's way funner than YouTube's boring ass. Upload a video, then look at Wolf, who is also a doctor. It looks like you were having an who also likes BDSM, because werewolves apparently like that. It's nothing. Snuka was just giving me feedback. It's for the. Also, he's friends with a vegan vampire. How the fuck can a vegan be or vampire be vegan? This guy is a fridge. He has a fridge outline, yes. He's fucking big though. What are you up to tonight? I'm just trying to sit with you. Don't worry about it. Although I need to interrupt Snuka for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of well, that's right, I didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. Tea and ginger. Okay, remember. What would a vegan vampire eat? So I did tea, honey, and ginger last time. Let me do tea, milk, ginger. Maybe this'll work. Galahad. I had the same feeling. I've made another mixture. Perfect. So werewolves have to find like some remedy or something so they don't turn and go feral on people. So this is like his fury sedative, I guess. Or some seeds, maybe? Hmm. Today, as a vegan, we're gonna have a fine tofu with a hint of grass on the top and a little bit of seed oil. That's probably really rude to people, and I apologize. Uh, New info. Veteran not working in a hospital. Not working in a hospital. Birthday 13th of September. Alright. Anyway, please don't mind me continuing the discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Geller. We're done for the night. You're done? I will add new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Heidi coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. The vegan vampires are stopping by. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That means Freya. That's mean Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. I wonder what happened to the succubus. I hope she's okay. I haven't seen her in a few nights. He may not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Oh, come on. Ah, the succubus is a partner. Vegan vampire. Yeah, I don't understand how a vegan vampire works. Good evening, everyone. Well, what are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? It's like I was just criticizing my story. Let's got feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear. It's complicated. Imagine a choose your own adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead, you just say what the to. This sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original. But my target here is mainstream audience. The Uwu guy and Elf story so far. Elf hates Succubus. Elf parents don't like Succubus because it's gonna taint his bloodline. Succubus hates Elf, taint bloodline, racist. Storyteller, writing good books. Werewolf vampire combo is the program. And one more thing. There's a cat girl who is a songwriter slash idol, and then her dad and a cop. But that's basically what's going on right here. As I make coffee for everyone, because I'm a coffee shop person, and I brew only the best cups of coffee. This kind of book may go mainstream. I was absorbed. When I find out who it was not the new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. Sounds interesting. Ashes for at least it's simpler than my other ideas, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? How do you do that? That's interesting. I'd actually like to read something like that. Oh, I gotta go. Sorry, I have to finish something. Again, I'm really sorry. I've been too busy. Also, my birthday is soon. When's your birthday? When's your birthday, Zoro? I don't think you've ever told me your birthday. I remember that. No, you did tell me your birthday was. I don't even know. It's the 17th, so 10 more days. 9 days ain't soon. 9 days is soon enough. At least in like a month. I gotta remember that. 27, 27, 27, 27. Hey Siri, put a reminder in for the 27th. Alright, bye, and I consider it soon. Bye, Zoro. Have fun on your schoolwork. I know, right? And if she has all the time on the issue. I'm pretty sure you guys have met before, haven't you? Of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finished it, okay? Alright, alright. As Snuggle said, I won't have the time. Creating a normal picture proved this also steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. If I remember correctly, a ginger latte is ginger milk, right?